Every Inch Upstream reminds me that one can always strive for better. One needs to improve. I need to improve myself a lot, and every little change can contribute to something bigger. And so every inch upstream counts.
I feel like acting is like an escape, and I feel like there's very different ways to express yourself and get across messages. Acting, I feel like, is the most effective. That's why people go to movies, and like they say movies change their lives or songs change their lives. So I feel like being able to like act about and like really get across the message about so many different things that are so prevalent is like a great feeling, especially because I feel like we're a main element, you know, when people really come to like listen to what we have to say.
This was my second production, and for the both of them, I think the first thing to do would be to read the script. So I read the script, and the first time it was the most convoluted thing I'd read. And after that, I read it and I spoke to all the actors and the directors and saw what they saw in the script, what their image was, and then started scribbling, and from there it went, and that's how I came up with the girl on the stream. So yeah, it's a really complex topic that they've chosen this time about change, and I think I sort of encaptured it, and I'm really glad that I did.
Oh, choice! That is irrelevant to the matter. If what you wear directly affects the way you are treated, then the rational way to deal with the problem is to change what you wear. Right? Remember, Stasi Motita is happy to help you.
It's a way of saying what you really feel. It could be about yourself, about society, and just transferring it onto an audience. So, and if you are able to make that connection between the real world and the play, it really leaves a huge impact on a person.
Alternavia Bohemia's character is extremely unique. I've gotten direction since day one until legit the last day of the show telling me that there's still things that I need to change and work on. But I feel like the character Alternavia Bohemia represents everything that the play stands for, and I'm so blessed that I was given the opportunity to play it. So yeah, I'm just super grateful that I got to play Alternavia.
I've certainly become better at the music. It's become another way to express myself. It's become a language in which I can communicate with people, communicate with the musicians around me.
You can see my skills as a musician. If you look at my role in the first few productions, I was just a side drummer, and now I'm basically the top drummer in the band.
Dance is honestly like a way of expressing myself. It's the feeling of being on stage, and that like it's so rewarding because all the hard work you put into it, and it's amazing. I love it.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I think the experience, it was definitely a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it at the end, and you can clearly see I'm very emotional because I can't believe this whole thing. We spent like 6 months put in so much effort, and it's all over, and I feel like our whole school is a family now, and I made so many new friends, and I think it was a really fun experience.
Well, it was actually pretty nerve-wracking at first. I didn't expect I would get in, and I didn't even expect I'd get a role like this, but it's taught me a lot about my potential beyond academics and sports. It's taught me a lot about how to walk with people I don't really know, and it's also helped me with a lot of things that I would go through. For some reason, I found it a stress relief during exams, and I found the acting part was just really fun to be in.
I learned that it's a completely different experience to work with people in such a massive scale, and you always have off days, but I think gelling with everyone and working in such a organized fashion, even when you don't feel up to it, is something that I've learned personally. I've also learned that people younger than us are not supposed to be underestimated, because I think the middle school did a fantastic job, even though everyone says that, you know, they're kids or something. I think they're much more mature than we think they are.
Hello, creature!
pleasure to run into you again.
Can't say the same about you, General.
What's going on?
Creature used to work at the cave but got tired and frustrated. I mean, who wouldn't in that morally degenerate ruin? Only to run away and find that she made the best decision ever.
Interacting with so many new people, I think that's the best part of production, because you get to know so many people that I see every day in school, and I just don't get to talk to them. But just getting to know people, that's the best part of production.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it. I haven't seen any schools invest so much in the kids and in this kind of opportunity for people. It's amazing.
That change is the toughest thing you can do, but it's a part of life and you have to do it. I think that's what I took away from the production and everything else.
To all my friends who will be in the coming production in the next 2 years, just follow your dreams and go through with your passion, and it'll all work out in the end.
Starting with the man in the mirror, yeah. I'm asking him to change his way. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, you got to look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na.